Hi there, I'm Coach Snow, and today I want to talk about how to make sure that you're in the most powerful position from the hang if you're going to do a hang snatch or a hang clean. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, the hang clean and the hang snatch are much harder than taking it from the floor, just because I feel like I don't have the same amount of momentum that I do get when I have that further distance that I have to bring from the floor. But there are a couple things that you can make sure that you're doing technique-wise to make sure that you're getting the most power when that bar is starting right at your mid-thigh. The first thing to note is that you want to make sure that you're using your whole foot in your jump. So a big common mistake that I see a lot of newer people doing in the hang position is that when they are setting up for their hang, that they are sending their knees forward and the weight is starting back on the heels. And this is a really hard position to jump from. If you imagine doing a high jump from your heels, so you're loading your heels and then trying to jump high, versus starting more on your whole foot by sending your butt back, having your chest forward, and then doing a high jump. You're gonna get so much more power through your legs if you think about keeping your knees back. So a cue that I would give for a lot of people starting from the hang who are not quite getting their knees back is once you deadlift the bar, send your hamstrings and butt back and bring your shins to vertical. Another thing to note is when you're doing this, a lot of times people will shift the weight back to the heels. And so again, you're gonna get a really hard jump if you're sending your weight back to the heel. So it really depends on how much hamstring and posterior chain strength that you have to be able to maintain this position with the shoulder blades over the bar and your shins vertical. If you're taking the bar from the floor, the shins aren't vertical when that bar gets to the knees, and so you want to mimic that same position when that bar is about mid-thigh, right before you go into your hang position. You're going to get so much more power if you're able to keep your knees back, shoulders over, and distribute your weight a little bit more towards your whole foot, so just a little more on the ball of the foot if you're preferencing the heels. So if this is a hard position for you to start from, I suggest doing a lot more pauses at the knee or a lot more work on your posterior chain, either through stiff leg or Romanian deadlifts, perhaps some back extensions or other things that will help you develop that backside strength just a little bit more so you're not relying on your quads and your knees. So hopefully this tip will help you to get a little bit more power from your hang position. So again, just keeping your hamstrings and hips back, shins vertical, and keeping your shoulder blades over the bar, so you're going to get a more powerful extension than sending your knees forward and shifting the weight back to the heels. So I'll see you next time for the next tip.